Good morning, room 32. Time to get back at it again this week. We'll be starting our module lesson today, module 12.2, division, two-digit numbers with regrouping. All right. To get us started, we're going to go ahead and open up our slides and we will get started. So first of all, we have here a larger rectangle that has a total of, let's count them. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 counters, right? Now we're going to share those counters equally with each of the smaller groups. So remember what we did when we share? We're going to go ahead and just take and drag one into each box until we've taken all the ones from the rectangle above and put them into the three smaller rectangles. So one, oh, that's not quite working for me. Oh, I guess they don't drag out. So if we were to, let's do this. Let's go 1 and cross out, 2, cross out, 3, cross out, 4, cross out, 5, cross out, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so we took all of the dots from the larger rectangle and brought them down to the smaller rectangle. Okay, so how would we write that as a division equation? So we started with 12, correct? And we divided them into three groups. So each group has 4 in each. We can see that in each of the boxes, right? So we write this equation as 12 divided by 3 equals to 4. Now, let's look at this second slide here. I want you to notice this time we're using base 10 blocks. Now, when you look at this base 10 blocks, we have one 10 block and two ones blocks. Now, my question to you is, can we regroup? Can we share what is represented by base 10 blocks equally into each of the groups? I can't do that, right? Because I have a 10 stick and then 2 cubes, right? So what do I need to do? Can I regroup? Sure. I can take 110 and trade it for 10 ones. If you guys remember that in class, 110 for 10 ones, it's the same thing we're going to do right now. So we're going to go ahead and trade this out, and it's going to become 10 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so now we have a total of 10 and 2, which make 12. Can we share those? You bet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Somehow I miscounted. But in all, we had 12. We shared them equally. Okay. And so that means there were 12 divided into 3 equals to 4 in each group. So again, same equation that we did earlier, right? 12 divided into 3 equal groups is 4 in each group. Okay, so what we did is today's lesson is focusing on regrouping. Now, let's check out this next slide here. This just shows us the breaking apart, right, of what we just did a moment ago. And I wasn't certain about that, so I held off for a moment to show you that. But basically, we are able to take that 110 block and trade it for 10 cubes, right? And so those 10 new cubes with the 2 cubes we had made 12 cubes in all, but you can see that on the screen right here, right? 12 in all. Okay, so sharing those equally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, and 12. Okay, so there it is, guys, 4 in each group. Again, that equation is 12 divided by 3 equals to 4 in each group. Okay, now take a look at this. Now we have a new number represented with basing blocks. So let's count that. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52. All right, so we have 52 represented here. Now question, can I share the tens equally with those 4 boxes below? I cannot. So let's start out with 110. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But now we're left again with that same thing earlier where we had 12 represented as 1, 10, and 2 ones, right? So we have 12 to go. So we need to trade out one of our 10s for 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so now we have 12 ones left over. I'm pretty certain this next slide shows that breakout. And there's the 12 left over, correct? So now we can share them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. So we used them all up. So each group gets how many? 10 and 3, which is 13. So what was that first number we had? 52. Divided by 4 is equal to 13. So 52 into 4 equal groups equals to 13 in each group. All right. So we can see that represented in this last slide. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and move on. This is our step in division 2-digit numbers with regrouping. Okay, first of all, it says it cost $42 to rent a canoe for 3 hours. How much do you think it would cost to rent a canoe for 1 hour? All right, so $42 for 3 hours. We're looking to find out how much it would cost for 1 hour. So what could we do? Well, do you think it will cost more or less than $20? So let's just think about that. 20, if it was, let's say it was $20 an hour, right? 20 times 3 would be $60. So that's more than 42. So we know it's going to be less than, right? So the correct answer is going to be less than. And how do we decide that? Let me get my little pen mode here. How do we decide that? We said 20 times 3 is equal to 60. So that was greater than 42, right? All right, now, look here. Brady draws this picture to figure it out. He took 42 and he divided it into 3 equal groups. And how did he do that? He started out by putting 1 10 in each group. 10, 10, 10, right? And that's represented here. But he was left over with 12 still to go. So then what does he need to do with the leftover blocks? He's going to trade out 1 10 for 10 ones, right? So 10 ones. And now, can he share those 10 ones equally with the other? Well, he has 10 ones plus 2 ones that he already had, right? So that makes how many? That makes a total of 12 ones, all right? Can he share those 12 ones? You bet. If he gives each one of them 3, we can go here 1, 2, 3. So we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then one more, and one more gets our last 3. And guess what? That equals to 14 in all. So how much is it for 1 hour? It's $14 an hour. And it says you can regroup the blocks. 1 10 can be exchanged for 10 1 blocks. make the 12 ones. That's easier to share 12 ones among three. We did that. And how much did it cost to rent? We came up with that answer, $14 per hour. All right, now let's move on. Here is our work pages, which you guys have in front of you, and it's asking you to share with groups, right? So let's zoom this in here. Now, look here, it says draw a different quantity of tens and ones that can then be used to calculate 56 shared among four, all right? So if we look here, notice that we have, that's not what I quite wanted. Let's try this again. Okay, hang on. Notice that we have four tens, right? But we have an extra one over here. What are we going to do with that? We're going to split it into 110 is equal to 10 ones. All right, so if we read through this, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we had 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 left over. So now we just took and represented the number 56 with a different set of base 10 blocks. We initially had 5 base 10 blocks, and we had 6 1 blocks, right? And now we have 4 10 blocks, and we have how many? 16 1 blocks. All right. Now, what you're going to be doing on these here is you're going to share them equally. And if you need to break up a 10 block, you can trade 1 10 block for 10 ones. All right. Go ahead and give those a shot. I'll be on Zoom later on today so I can help you. Good luck. And I hope this lesson is helpful.